let us say, where is that search function into where is the search bar into our nav bar, correct? That search bar is in our nav bar. Now what I will do is we'll just go to our nav bar. For now we don't want any of these. Okay, none of this we want. Models also we don't want. Directly I will go to my nav bar. Okay, nav bar will go. And here you can see that we have some search bar. Yes or no? We have one search bar. And what is that search bar doing? It is a form, correct? The search bar is a form. Now I told you that whenever we have this search bar and all, on which request, on what type of method do this search bar works? Which method we use for search bars? Post or get? We use post method. Are we posting any data into our backend? We are trying to get some data from the our backend, right? With some related text, correct? Whatever the text we pass into our input, that search bar, and what do we do with that? We are trying to get some data from our backend. Yes or no? Now for that we are going to make use of a get request. Okay, for that we'll make use of a get request. Now how we are going to do that? Get request, pay attention here. Okay, so obviously this form is by default set to get request. Yes or no? It is just a get request, right? This form, it is default one. We are not passing any method. That means it is working on a get request. Yes or no? Okay. So now we are going to say, let's say after I type something here. Okay. After I type something here and I click on search, correct? I click on search, then what will happen? Here it should contain that particular thing, right? Whatever I am searching, it should contain that after question mark. That should be like whatever we are searching. It's like it's kind of a query. Okay, whatever we search, it is like a query. So let me just say q equal to whatever I am searching. Correct. Now if I want to give a variable to store it, okay, if I want to give a variable to store those information, then what is that parameter we pass? What is that attribute we tell? Correct, we pass name attribute to our input tag, correct? So for this input tag I will say name equal to, and here I will just pass something called as q. Okay, we will just pass q here. That's it. Okay, nothing else. Now what will happen, guys? Let's see. Let me just reload all these things. I just go here 3. Okay. Okay, I'm on this page. If I type something here, if I just type Pepsi, what will happen? Here what I will get? You tell. Here what I will get if I just click on search, what I'm going to get here? I'm going to get, yes, question mark q is equal to Pepsi, correct? If I click on this search, am I getting it? Question mark q is equal to Pepsi, correct? This is what I'm getting. Fine. So when I am getting it, only when I am clicking on search, correct? I'm getting it only when I click on this search bar. When I type something and when I type something and search it, only that time I am getting it. correct? And it is what type of request, guys? It is what type of request? It's a get request, correct? It is a get request. And yes, we have to have get request for our search function, for a search functionality. Okay. Now I'm passing some get request, correct? Now how will I catch it? So this part for our navbar is done, correct? We just had to give the name attribute for the input tag, correct? Now what I'm going to do is, see, I already have the navbar working. I'll go to my views here. Okay. And where do we have this search bar? In our home page itself, right? In our home page itself. If I click on this home, and at which route it is running? At the default route, correct? Empty string. This also, if I pass here search, then this slash, I told you, if you want to check the route, then check whatever is written at the left side of your question mark. This is a default path. Default path means it is my home, correct? It's my home page. So obviously I'm going to find it in my this home function, correct? In my home view, I will handle that particular request. Yes or no? Now here I am getting all of these, correct? Here I am getting all these things. But what if I want to filter them? What if I want to filter all of them? How am I going to do that? Let us just filter the categories. Okay, let us just filter the categories first. I'm going to say, obviously, the request is going to be get request only, correct? Even though I call this home function, okay, even if I'm calling this home function, what type of request I'm getting? What type of request I'm getting? Get request. And also, if I pass something and search, again, what type of request I'm getting here? What type of request is this? Get request, correct? So passing something like this, like if request dot method is double equal to get, it is useless. Okay, because every time when we are doing, by default always we are getting a get request, correct? Now here we need to check. Okay, we have to do something. Now what is that we are going to do is, you see, okay, I'm going to say, see, I'll run this I'll say print request under dot request dot underscore underscore dict underscore underscore. Okay, fine. We're going to run this, and let's say if I just, without passing any search function, I call this, but that is my home. What is that request I'm getting? I'm getting some one very big request, right? Does not, it's like very boring request. If I pass anything, let us pass something Mexican burger. If I'm now searching, then what I'm getting here? See, now I'm getting something, right? Yes or no? I'm getting something like this Q and all. Correct? Yes or no? Now I am getting, whenever I'm searching, I'm getting. Otherwise, I was not getting. Otherwise, I was getting just simple thing. So what I have to do is, see guys, I can do something like this also. Check. I will say Q is equal to request dot get of what? Q. Correct? it is going to store whatever the string which we are passing here, correct? Yes or no? Whatever the string I am passing here, it is going to store it in the q variable, and if I print my q, I'm going to get that particular thing. Yes or no? Let's say I'm going to pass hello world. How are you? I'm passing this. See, if I pass that thing, it is printing me that thing, correct? Here, that means we are getting it, correct? When I do request dot get, inside this get dictionary we have one, again one key called as q. That is why I'm getting it. But what if I just call this route? What will happen if I just directly go to this home page only without passing anything? Will there be anything called as q, guys? Will there be anything called as q in the dictionary? In the get dictionary, you only see what it is giving me. It is giving me multi-value dictionary key error, correct? It is saying something called as q. Why it is giving me that? Because I'm just simply calling, this right route, correct? I'm just simply calling this route, yes or no? As a get request, I'm passing it. Am I passing anything like q is equal to something? Are we passing that? No, right? So obviously there is nothing called as q, correct? There is nothing called as q which has been created. Yes, correct. We are only calling home without passing any extra queries, correct? So there will be nothing called as q. So it is going to give me error. So why don't I do something like this? Why don't I check if q in request.get, only then you add it to the this q variable, correct? Or else you don't do anything. We'll check now and include all the categories. Okay, it is going to include all the categories. Fine. Now here I will put this into the else block. Okay, I'm going to put this into else block. Fine. And here what I will do, here I will run the filter method. I will say cat equal to category dot objects dot filter, where my category name, okay, where the name of the category underscore underscore contains equal to q. Everyone understands this line whatever I have written? If there is something in the search bar we are passing, suppose we are passing something in the search bar, then obviously it will come as an argument here, like it will be coming as a dictionary here, where we'll be having q as a key and the value whatever we are passing, it will get stored. That particular string which we are passing in the input field will get stored in the queue. Yes or no? It is going to get stored in the queue. And then based on this queue only, what I'm doing, I'm filtering out all those this, what you call them, I'm just filtering out all these things, like your categories here. Okay, basically, hey, you were not there for this name and underscore underscore contains. This right? What is this contains and all? Basically, if I directly type name equal to q, then it is going to match directly. It is going to check the condition. Let's say first one is, if I pass in my queue, let's say if I pass something called as burgers, okay, then it is going to check whether the burgers is double equal to q or not. Like this it will check. Then next it will check sides is double equal to q or not. Like this it is going to check, and based on that it will filter out. But what I want to do is, I don't want to pass the entire name only. Okay, I don't want to pass entire name. Let's say I only remember deserts DES. Okay, I only remember deserts DES. So what I want to do, I just want to pass DES here. Okay, if I just pass DES, and it should work like that. Okay, so for that, what we are doing, we are typing here underscore underscore contains. Okay, so this contains basically works like your in operator. This this contains basically works like in operator. Okay, understood? Not like a bridge, but like a in operator. You guys know in operator, right? Here only I have used whether this queue in request dot get or not. Similarly, I am checking whether whatever the queue we are passing, is it there in this name or not, like that. Okay, kind of like a like operator, pattern matching into your SQL. Guys, just wait for a few minutes. Okay. Very simple. See what I did. I only added these few lines. Only 4 lines I added here, and that too in our form. This search functionalities form. In that I added one name attribute called as q. Correct. Only these things I have done. Rest of the things are all the same. Now let us see how it is going to work. Okay. I'll first reload. Let us see first whether it is working or not. Okay. What is it, Santosh? More than one function means, okay. Yeah, you can create your as much as you want, you can create now. It depends on how many functionalities, how many this features you want to add. Okay. As many features, that much your functions. Let us try to add here. I will just try to add sides. Okay. If I search, what am I getting? Only sides am I getting, correct? Yes or no, guys? I'm only getting sides here. What if I try to add popcorn? Not popcorn. It was meal, correct? I'm only getting meals here now, correct? Whatever the meals which are available, I'm getting it. Yes or no? Yes? Yeah. Now this was about your categories. But what if I want to search something like this? I want to search something like Zinger. That is not a category, right? Zinger is not a category. Yes or no? Is Zinger a category? No. Tandoori is a category? No. These are not categories, correct? So how we are going to do that? So obviously we will do something like this. See here. Now I just don't want like only if the name contains to see whether something like name underscore set, correct? We did right yesterday. You guys remember about this foreign key? Before that, I will revise you this foreign key and all. Did you guys remember? Okay, how we were getting the elements using foreign key? We were getting elements using foreign key. Okay. Which one is the foreign key here? This name, correct? This name is the foreign key, correct? The name here is the foreign key. So how am I going to fetch it? Tell me. Let's see if you guys can, think of something. Okay, that is one way. We're not fetching all actually. Come on, tell. I'll use here. Not assigning. Okay. Where you are going to write it? Category. Where you are going to write that category now? Which category here? Come on, tell. Sometimes at least use your brain. Which category? Like where you are going to write this category and all. Let's say, see, I just want to fetch any data. Like let's say I would just want to fetch the name, okay, of the product based on this category. How we are going to fetch it? Let us do it into our here. Okay, we'll go to our Python shell. So the Django shell. Tell me, what's the first thing that we do? Correct. We are going to import. We are going to say import. Sorry, from what? From home. We are from home dot models. We are going to import. We are going to import what? What are those classes? Category as okay. We'll do category only and menu. Let us see. How do we get all the elements? Using get method. Like how? Let's say cat equal to category dot objects. Correct. We'll say objects dot all. Correct. Yes or no? Now I'll say category for C in cat. I just say print C. If I do print C, what it is going to do? It is going to give me all the categories. Correct. If I do category equal to category objects dot filter. Now if I want to filter out based on the name, correct? I just want to filter out it based on the name. It is going to be name equal to what it is going to be name equal to, let's say burgers. If I pass cat, it is giving me one category. Yes or no? Are you guys understanding? Yes or no? Okay. Now if I want to see all the like all those tasks which are lying in this particular category, how will I check it? I'll say cat dot menu underscore set, correct? Dot all, sorry, do we have menu? What happened to this? Okay, sorry. I have used filter, right? So it is going to be this 0 dot menu set dot. Okay, here I'm getting this output, correct? Because I have used filter method, no, and also filter method also use gives us what it is going to give us, return us a query set, correct? This filter method returns us a query set, no, so that is why we are going to do this. Okay, okay, where it is here. Now similar to that, if you see like m equal to, if I say menu dot objects dot let's say if I give all, okay. If I print m, it is going to give me this. If I print like, let's say m of 0, okay, dot category, if I print category, what it is giving me? Category as burgers, correct? It is giving me the category as burger, yes or no? Similar to that, if I type directly category underscore underscore name, sorry, what do we have? We have category ID. I don't have category name. Yeah, I have category name, right? It is giving me ID. It is giving me ID, but why not name? What's wrong with this? What is wrong? What is wrong? Why it is showing me don't no attribute? Yeah, menu object does not have, but category has it, right? If I simply type category, it is giving me category. If I type, but if I type dot name, okay, now it is giving. Stupid fellow. Okay. So inside this category, we have name also and ID also. But ID is working like that, but name is not working. I don't understand why. If I just put underscore ID, it is giving me the ID. But name also should work, but I don't know why it is not working now. We'll see that afterwards. Okay. For now, we'll just stick to this. So similarly, let's say if I want to uh, based on my menu. If I want to do that, I can do something like this. Let's say m equal to menu dot objects dot filter. Okay, filter on item name underscore contains. What should I type here? Contains uh, bur. Okay, like burger. We'll give like zinger, zing. If I print m, see all the things having zinger, it is returning me, correct? These are all the things which are having zinger in them, like this zing word, and it is returning me all those things, correct? Yes or no? Hmm. So similar to this also you can do. For example, we can do one thing here. See, now into our views, come back to our views. Here we are filtering on the basis of what? We are filtering on the basis of our category, correct? We can also do this on the basis of our this menu also. Okay, how will you do that? Let's say I'll just say data. I will say filtered data. Okay, filtered underscore data. I'm going to say menu dot objects dot filter. Okay, here I can pass anything. So we can say item underscore name underscore contains what? Contains this queue, then return me all this filtered data. Okay, or else in this filtered data what you do, you only type filter, sorry, filtered data, only get all the elements. So here also I will pass filtered data. Okay, now when it comes to uh, having a foreign key relationship, writing these things becomes little bit tricky. Okay, writing these things become a little bit tricky, but you just have to do it. Okay, now let us just try to run and you see what will happen. Okay, we'll run the server, but the thing is we are not passing anything, right? Filtered data, and like we are passing filtered data, but here we have something called as categories. So why don't we do filtered underscore data? Okay, we are going to say filtered underscore data, and here now we'll go back to our templates here. We'll also pass categories, guys. We'll also pass all the categories. Okay, category dot objects dot all. We have to put comma. Now you can change these categories also. Like how you will change it, on the based on whatever the elements you are getting here. Okay, based on whatever the elements you are getting here, based on that you can change the category. Okay, so we can do something like, now I already have the filtered data, right? In this filtered data I can run for loop for I in filtered underscore data. Okay, and what we are going to do, we will just say category equal to, like, category, we'll take this category as a list. Okay, we'll take it as a list, category as a list, and I will say category plus equal to, I'm just going to say category dot objects dot get name equal to I dot category dot name. Okay, I dot category dot name, and yeah, every time it is going to just keep on appending it, and I can pass this category also, and the same thing I will do here. Copy. Okay. Here I just have to pass everything. Category equal to category dot objects dot all. Okay, and we'll pass category equal to this category. So everyone pay attention. When it comes to this search functionality, obviously the very simple search functionality you guys understood, the previous one which I did, that was the very simple one, correct? We were just iterating, like we were just filtering and checking whether the name underscore underscore contains the queue, yes or no. Now what we are doing, now we are also checking whether this queue is present in any of the menu. So obviously when a user comes, user does not know about these things like burgers they have, then they have beverages. User does not search about it. User will directly search about the product, yes or no. User will directly search about, like, let's say it is going to search about crisper. They will come here and they will just say chicken crisper. They are not going to say burgers. They are not going to say beverages. They are not going to say rolls. They will search some specific which they want. Correct? So for that reason, I am iterating inside this menu item. Okay, menu, and I am checking whether the name of that menu and is equal to queue or not. Okay, if it is equal, then fine. And whatever the items match, let's say we have Zinger here, one, okay, two, three, and where else we have Zinger? Here also, correct? In the meals also I have Zinger. So how many categories do we have? Around three categories. Are we considering all the categories? Are we considering all the categories? No, right? We are not considering all the categories, correct? So that's why I have to filter the categories here, correct? We have to filter the categories. So what I will do, I will run a for loop on this filtered data first. Okay, in this menu also we have one field called as category, correct? And I'm just concatenating the name of that category. Okay, and I'm passing it here. Now into our home page, we are running one for loop for the categories first. Okay, and then the rest of the thing. So I am saying for I in, what is that, for I in filtered data, correct? I'm going to say for I in filtered underscore data, and I'm going to print this data only if, let's say only if I dot category, okay, only if I dot category dot name is equal to this cat right here. Cat. Okay. I will make it bigger. Categories. Okay. Copy, paste, paste. Okay. Categories. I'll just I'll print it only if the particular thing is equal to the category. I'll say and if. Did I taught you if statement? Have I taught you guys if statement? Vanita, I really can't explain. See, this is a part of a project. I can't explain you. Okay. I will do one thing once again, one day again. I will create one very simple project only to explain you search functionality. Okay. Explaining you here search functionality is going to be little bit difficult because here we have foreign key relationships and all. Correct? That's why. First, let's see if it is working or not. Okay. Always the logic does not remain the same. Sometimes, like most of the time, logic is going to get changed. Okay. Associated with the value. This is filtered data, not filter data. Okay. Here we are getting menu dot objects to okay. Menu dot objects dot all. Okay. Now in this categories it is there, then filtered data. Running a for loop for my filtered data. Am I running it properly? For I in filtered data. Okay. I dot category dot name is equal to cat. Okay. Getting? See, now I'm getting all of them, correct? If I pass Zinger, categories where it is not. Okay, fine. Sorry, it is categories. So many errors. Category object is not iterable. But which category object is not iterable? Where we are iterating. Simply it is giving this name category dot objects dot get. So we have name, right? Let me print. I will print I dot category. I know you guys are not understanding anything. Literally. That's just how it is. If you, the more you look at the code, the more confused you will get. Okay. Because I'm 100% sure you guys have never even worked on any logic. The way you answer the questions, on that only I can tell you that you never even worked on any logic. So this logic is actually not that difficult, but still you will find it the toughest thing in the world for now. It is not working. Many times it is printing now. It is typecast. But you guys will not understand what to do. We are getting categories. A Fibonacci series, Fibonacci or Fibonacci, whatever you call it. Logic is like I at least